there, it's Layle with Layle by Mail. In this video, we're going to take a look at the new Gratitude Traveler's Notebook Project Kit. So first we will take a look at how I created the project, and then we will take a look at the contents of the kit. You will find information on ordering the kit in the description box down below. All right, so the particular kit does not include a traveler's notebook cover. So really you can use whatever traveler's notebook cover you have, but you will find that there are also bundles available. So you can purchase the kit along with a traveler's notebook cover if you'd like. There are several bundles available on the website. I am using the Breton Black Stripe for my cover. As we open up, the whole concept behind the project is to document the things that you are grateful for. Now you can approach that from a number of different perspectives. It could be just during the month of November. You could be documenting on a daily basis. You could be documenting on a weekly basis. You could be documenting on a monthly basis or even a yearly basis. So the project and the contents of the kit will support really a number of different ways that you could document the ways that you are grateful or thankful. All right, so as we open up, we're having a lot of fun decorating those pockets. The pockets then are not functional. Well, they are functional, they're just pretty functional, meaning that you're not actually adding anything to those pockets. You have two different inserts that we are slip covering. I have done all of my work in one insert in terms of showing the different layouts that you could put together with the projects in the kit, how you might organize. So I've done everything in one insert, but you definitely have two inserts, and you could decide how you want to use each insert a little bit differently. So we are slip covering the inserts as part of the project and decorating those. And then as we move into kind of the meat of the project kit, there are a number of different printables that are included in the project kit. There is also a link for you to download additional printables if you'd like, if you decide you want to continue through the project maybe for more than 6 months or more than a year or what have you. All right, so we're having fun kind of decorating that slip cover. There is a 6x8 stamp set that is part of the project kit. That is my Grateful 6x8 stamp set. So we are using that stamp set to do quite a bit of decorating throughout the project. So here's our little intro page, little definition: grateful, warmly or deeply appreciative of kindness or benefits received. So as I have designed the pages, I am also incorporating different techniques, and we will cover those techniques and how to use them during class. So to start out, I have started my gratitude insert with kind of a more of this and a less of this. So this would be in general things that I really want to do more of and things I want to do less of. Or maybe things that give you more thankfulness or gratitude. So maybe you want to practice more acts of kindness, and then maybe less of, you don't want to maybe have such high expectations that other people will show you acts of kindness or express their acts of kindness, just as an idea. So here with this little technique, we are creating a short door or a short page, if you will, and some different things that you could do with that short page. You could add photos, you could add a quote, you could add more detail on maybe one of the things that you're making on your list of things you want to do more of, and then perhaps on the back side, again, things that you want to do less of. So very, very, very open in terms of how you want to set things up and what you'd like to do. So I have set the first part of my insert up to document on a daily basis the things that I am grateful for. And you have enough pre-printed inserts to do that for a month. So taking November into consideration, you have actually 6 of these, because there are you do go a little bit into a 6th week in the month of November 2024. So this is pre-printed, and I have just adhered it directly into my Traveler's Notebook insert. Over here, instead of a single short door, now we have a Dutch door. So those two doors, if you will, or pages, open independently of one another. Here I have added a little bit of a top of a tag, I guess, a tag topper, just to kind of signify the difference between those pages. Again, quotes, anything that you want to maybe expand on, one of the things you're grateful for over here, photos, what have you. So very open in terms of what you can do. Over here we have a little side pocket, so you could add additional information related to maybe things that you were thankful for this particular week, or that pocket obviously can be used anywhere throughout your project. Maybe you decide to divide your project into the people that you're grateful for. And here, maybe you have photos of the people that you're grateful for. All right, as we continue the next week, and here we'll be doing a little technique showing you how to add a kind of short page like this, shorter and narrower, so you can kind of sandwich your photos between that page using stickers and stamps again. This is where, this is what got me so excited about this project kit. So we will be using in class a roll of packing tape and some dried flowers to create kind of this fun little see-through effect kind of in the edge of a page. So you have a full packet of flowers, and we will take, or excuse me, those are dried leaves. I have a little bit of extra washi there. But you have a full large packet of those, so you can kind of play around with what you'd like to do. Over here, I have a little tag that I have also added a dried leaf to, and then covered with the packing tape. So the packing tape is kind of what is going to ensure that those pieces stay nice. Those pieces of your dried leaves stay nice and oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Nice and protected, but that's not the word I'm looking for, but you get what I mean. Little multi-layer stamping there. Doing a bridge on this spread with what we had here, and then a couple pieces of paper and washi. The next week, another kind of narrower page with a tag and a tag. Fun little squirrel paper clip. This was another one I was very excited about. So this is and actually it's a frame. And that frame you are using with a 4x6 sheet of acetate. So all of these techniques we will be covering in class, but then you kind of have that little peekaboo right there. And I think probably what I'll do here maybe is add a little photo or something, or you could write a quote or something like that there, or expand upon one of the things that you're grateful for. So the way that I've approached the project in terms of maybe the things I'm grateful for in the month of November, I have a spread to do that. So I've got my kind of list over here, some kind of technique in the center, and then a page over on the right to, again, add photos or quotes or expand upon maybe something that I listed over here on the other side. Here is just another example of how you could decorate or your spreads. So some stamping over here, a little tip in there with washi, a pocket here. This is an idea of how you could document the things you're thankful for on a daily basis. So maybe you wanted to recap at the end of the month, or maybe you would just really like to approach this day by day. And so here I have numbers 1 through 30. This, for example, would be for the month of November. Doing a little sticker there on both sides of the sheet. Here, you can recap good things that happened this month, this year, this week. There are stamps, kind of buildable stamps where you can do that. Here we're creating paper to do a nice little border. Again, doing paper here to do a nice little border, but also covering how you can make a fun paper clip. And then we have another little kind of see-through thing here. So we have punched a circle, and then on the back side, or actually on the next page, you have a dried flower that is also part of your kit. So putting the dried flower down and then using that packing tape to secure that little frame over the flower so that flower stays intact. Then we move on to additional printed inserts that you have in the project kit, where you can document the things that you're grateful for each month, and you'll be doing that across 2 spreads. So January through June, and then July through December. And then we move into just lots of different examples of how you can use the stamp set. So we will go through all of these in class. We'll take a look at how you can make a background paper with stamps. A little bit of layering here. This is the stamp that I mentioned, good things that happened today, this week, this month, this year. So you can kind of build those as needed. Doing a little bit of grouping with the grateful and the thankful and the splendid and the grateful. More grouping with more of this and the little things. Additional grouping, but changing the colors, right? So you see they kind of stand out a little bit more independently on their own than you have here. doing some layering of different stamps in the set, and then along at the bottom, creating really a border really for any of your pages. And then moving on to that second sheet of additional examples, using another stamp to create a background page. And then I actually kind of Frankensteined my stamp, if you will. I cut off the stem so that I could use it without a stem. So here it is with the stem, there it is without the stem, and then you can come in and stamp the stem, or you could just draw that with the pen. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility by actually cutting a piece of your stamp off, which you can totally do. And then again, doing some additional techniques. Here's a little hug technique, layering technique, a mask, and rotating. So a mask, what I did here, ignore that. I forgot to put my mask on there. But basically, I masked off the stem after the first pass of stamping, and then just continued to rotate that stamp, which gives it an entirely different look to the flower. It makes it look more like maybe a living dandelion. And then here, just kind of going through some examples of layering multiple colors with your stamp. So that is the project. And like I said, I've kind of put everything, I mashed everything together in one insert. Just from a teaching perspective, makes it much easier if it's all in one insert, but I would fully envision that you would use both inserts for the project and documenting what you're grateful for. All right, so now let's take a look at the contents of the kit. This is a loaded kit. There's so much in here. So let's start out with the color step-by-step instructions. The project kit, when you purchase, includes about a 2.5 to 3 hour exclusive class on YouTube, where it's a live class if you can make the live. If not, you can watch that replay at any time. So with that class, I make the project with you step by step. So in addition to that, you have your colored step-by-step instructions with all photos of all of those pages that we looked at. You also have cutting diagrams, as well as some stamping tips, tricks, and techniques that we will cover in class. You have a kind of just an idea sheet in terms of how you might approach the project, some different ideas in terms of things that you might want to focus in on, things that you're grateful for, some different suggestions. Anyhow, we'll cover that quite a bit in class. You have one sheet of 8.5 by 11 white cardstock. And now is when we get into those printables. So as I mentioned, you have two different sets of printables, one monthly, the things that you're grateful for, and then one on a kind of today, weekly basis, what you're grateful for. So you have the pre-printed set for January through December across 2 sheets. And these I just cut apart and adhered right into my insert, as you saw. Then the second set that you have, today I'm grateful for, and you actually have 3 sheets of this. So enough for 6 weeks. Assuming that you're doing the project for the month of November, you have plenty to document the entire month. You also have a link, as I mentioned, to download those printables or those PDFs so that you can continue to print as many of these as you'd like, if perhaps you decide you want to do this for the full year. All right, then we move into the Grateful Stamp Set. So that is a 6x8 Grateful Stamp Set with all of those wonderful stamps that we saw that were part of that project that I used. You also have one of my 6x8 stamp storage sleeves. So stamp storage sleeves are great for storing your stamps once you take them out of the package. You have a large roll of washi and a small roll of washi. You have a gold paper clip along with that squirrel paper clip, and then one dried flower. You have a full sheet here of dried leaves. And I gave you that full sheet just so as you're working with them, you don't have to be worried if you only maybe have one and you accidentally pick it up the wrong way and all the leaves fall off or something like that. So one of the tools I recommend on the supply list is a pair of tweezers, just so you can kind of pick those and place them as needed. You have a 4x6 sheet of acetate that we're using for that frame or that window that we saw. You have a package of 2 of my Layle by Mail standard wide lined inserts. There are 2 collections that we are using in the project. We are using the Cider and Donuts collection from Simple Stories. You have that 12x12 sticker sheet. You have let me go grab the other Simple Stories papers here along the bottom. You have 5 papers from the Cider and Donuts collection. So you have Give Thanks, and then you have that beautiful brown floral. You have the journal elements, the tag elements, and then the 3x4 elements. So the second collection that I have mixed in is the Everyday Junk collection from Photoplay. I loved this collection. I think it was so fun to play with, and it kind of blends really well with the other products that we're using, along with kind of the theme of the Project of Gratitude. So you have lots of different tags here, different sizes, with that beautiful cream and black horizontal stripe on the back. You have this paper with the book page here. So many fun things that we're going to do with that. And then you have this paper. So this one will be cutting apart a few pieces, but primarily using the different elements that we see here. That's a pocket. We're fussy cutting that, using this as a stuffer on our Secretariat pocket in our Traveler's Notebook. So there you have it. That is the Gratitude Traveler's Notebook Project Kit. As I mentioned, you will find a link in the description of the video down below to purchase. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave a comment on the video, and I will be notified, or you can go to laylebymail.com and click Contact Us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.